Good afternoon on my part. I also have a PowerPoint presentation. Okay, so it's with great pleasure that I accepted your invitation of a HEPA to represent the Greek enterprise Greece. I am very happy because I'm here in person. I have spent 15 years of my adult life in the US, and I was in contact with the HEPA in the US when I lived there. And I'm glad to be given the opportunity to attend a HEPA event in Athens. So I'm going to talk to you about the services of enterprise Greece, the overall situation of the Greek economy, investments and exports. I'd like to start that after a long period of crisis and uncertainty for the global economy and the international trade, because of the pandemic, the transition to the post-COVID era provides a lot of opportunities especially for a country. According to data and surveys by official bodies, corroborate the restart of the Greek economy. The speakers mentioned this earlier. We see that there's a major increase in the GDP, major decrease in the unemployment rate, considerable increase in exports, which for 2021 they reached record levels of 40 million euro. Of course, we're still lagging behind our competitors of similar size, such as Portugal, but we're on the right track. And we see that if we leave out oil products, excluding the oil products, there's been a major increase of 28.8%. So of 19.7%, excuse me. In terms of exports, oil comes first, followed by industrial items, food and chemicals. Now, regarding the attraction of investments, the EY Attractiveness Survey places Greece among the top 10 attractive destinations in Europe. In fact, Greece holds the 8th place. The situation in Greece shows that FDI inflows for the first 11 months of the year, 2021, break all records of the past 20 years. They have amounted to 4.7 billion euro versus 2.6 billion in the same period of 2020, having shown an increase of 83.7%. Now, this performance of the 11 months exceeds the maximum FDI flows of the past 20 years on an annual basis. Now, the impressive growth rate of the Greek economy have led to a series of investments from colossal companies, giant companies like Microsoft, Pfizer, Cisco, and Amazon Web Services. Greece is gradually becoming a new innovation hub and technology hub, thanks to the excellent high-level, highly skilled human resources and the strategic role that it's rather geostrategic position at the crossroads of 3 continents. There's an intense interest of multinationals and international groups to establish transfer pricing centers in Greece, such as shared service centers and business process outsourcing centers. Finally, along with the tourism and hospitality, real estate and energy industries, including the manufacturing industry that attracts a lot of have always attracted investments into our countries. Now we have got new emerging sectors such as the pharma and healthcare industries, medical sciences, supply chain facilities, ports and harbors, etc. Now, the outlook. The outlook is overall positive. The European Union, the European Commission estimates a growth rate of 6% for 2022. The international rating firms keep upgrading their rating, and the creditworthiness keep upgrading the creditworthiness of our country, and the ambitious target of our country is to become now to get an investment grade after repaying all the loans to the IMF. This is going to change the profile of the country significantly. Now, let me talk to you about the services of Enterprise Greece. Now, Enterprise Greece is the official body of the country to promote FDI investments and to attract FDIs into the country. We are a supervised body of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. A single structure has been set up by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs under this General Secretariat for Extroversion. It includes Enterprise Greece, the economic and commercial attachés in our embassies abroad, the Export Credit Insurance Organization, and some services that pertain to economic relations. All these have come under the same umbrella of extroversion in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I think it's difficult for you to actually see these services on my slide, but I'm going to place focus on two services that pertain to investors in our country. The first service is the so-called the business matchmaking, which in Enterprise Greece is delivered to investors coming from abroad, foreign investors who want to find local partners or local opportunities. We have got a portfolio of 300 approximately business plans of Greek business or project owners. And once we approach a foreign investor, we show these business plans to them depending on the industry that they would like to operate in. And in confidentiality conditions, if they agree with any of them or if they like any of them, we give them provide them with a short breakdown of the business plan, and we also give the project owner a brief profile of the interested investor, and if they both like each other, then we proceed to the matchmaking, and then we offer a mediation service. Enterprise Greece, under the law, can take an investor request of an investor that is faced with red tape obstacles, and take this request to the competent authorities. The competent authorities need to give solutions promptly, and therefore solutions are found, and investors' work becomes easier in our country. Now, this is a service that is not known to people, is not used by investors, and this is why I need to advertise it here. We also help in the elaboration of investment proposals, which help investors find the right human resources. We offer project development services. We help in the in getting licenses and permits. We review land use and special planning issues. We provide information regarding all the available financial tools and instruments, as well as initiatives for investors. We help the management with improvement proposals with regard to the investment framework, so we play an advisory role there. And now, moving on to the last part of my presentation, I'd like to talk to you about the contribution of the Greek diaspora and the support of Enterprise Greece. At the current juncture, the contribution of Greeks living and working abroad is highly important. Enterprise Greece would like to take part in the planning and organization of actions to mobilize the Greek diaspora that will include high-profile events, awards, ceremonies, a new institution of export ambassadors, and so on and so forth. And this is why recently supported the Greeks are back, the initiative The Greeks Are Back, on the establishment of a network that will be made up of Greek businessmen or senior managers of large businesses who work abroad and could help attract investments to the country, as well as to the increase in Greek exports. At a time when our country has gained the trust of and confidence of the global investment community, such initiatives as this one, as today's event, act as reminders of the importance of Greeks living abroad, of the Greek diaspora. And I'm confident that this event is going to help immensely to the restart of the Greek economy for the future. Thank you very much.